All right. We are back again with another live stream. And this one's a little bit different. It's kind of like a post match reaction slash kind of like Champions League roundup. Um, Literally watched the full Liverpool, full Barcelona game as well. So obviously, I've been going around the Champions League games that the English clubs having this week. Obviously, it was not a good week for the English clubs. Obviously, other than Arsenal and obviously Liverpool as well, we didn't do too great. So, hold on, am I getting feedback? Oh wait, hold on. Is that? Am I echoing? What's going on? That's weird. Yeah. So, just finished watching the Liverpool game. Liverpool were pretty much dominant. I did predict in my Champions League kind of warm up that Liverpool might go out to Galatasaray, but I think the pressure from the fans forced Slot to really get the win tonight. I mean, everyone was on it. So Bosley, what for me, man of the match. He just was so good. He got the goal to break the deadlock. Couple things though. I don't really understand why Slot played Florian Wirtz on the left. I would have started Rio. I know he's only 17, but for me, I think he's such a good attacking outlet. He offers so much in terms of going forward, attacking the right back. Whereas I think Wirtz kind of like floated around a little bit, and he wasn't really when he was kind of isolated out wide. He was always going to check back inside because he doesn't have the pace to beat the fullback. He doesn't have the skill. It's not his natural position. But a couple of I think it was just a bit of a weird decision from Arne Slot to put Wirtz in the wing. But at the end of the day, they won 4-0. It should have been 10, to be honest. I think Galatasaray were pretty woeful in terms of an attacking sense. They didn't really create many chances. I actually can't even tell you a shot on target that they had. I think they had one shot on target with a header from Lucas Torreira. They tried to, make some attacking changes. They brought in Sane. Wasn't really just doing it for them. It just kind of felt like they just given up. As soon as that first goal went in, it was kind of just over, really. It was just a matter of time before Liverpool got the second and third. So for me, Liverpool showed that they were just always going to win that game. I think, like I said earlier, Szoboszlai was my man in the match. I think Gravenberch had a pretty good game. I think he was pretty steady on the ball, nice, neat touches. Frimpong, I'll be honest with you, I think he definitely was better in the second half. I think in the first half he was kind of wasteful with his crossing. He was a bit erratic with his dribbling. He needs to learn a bit of composure. There was points where I thought he was actually pretty decent, but at the same time I thought it was pretty pony in the first half. But I think you could definitely get an upgrade on Frimpong if you're a Liverpool fan watching it anyway. Van Dijk and Konate didn't really have much to do. Same with Alisson. I can't even remember a save he made other than the header, which was like kind of rudimentary. Kirkes, he was okay, battled well, got up and down, kind of kept it simple. McAllister, I think his goal that he scored shouldn't have been ruled offside. I don't know how that was ruled out. I mean, for me, Van Dijk doesn't like challenge the keeper. He goes up for the header. The goalkeeper, kind of fluffs it, and then it just goes to McAllister, and he like shins it or knees it in. I don't know why that was ruled off. I mean, imagine if that was like a, semi-final game, and it was like 0-0 or 1-1, and that ended up making Liverpool lose the tie. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this VAR and this officiating in this country. It's actually pathetic, man. Yeah, Ekatike was all right. I think he does need to improve his final third actions a little bit, but I'm a big fan of Ekatike. He's very silky, very good player. I think overall everyone played well on the Liverpool team. I think the only kind of people that didn't really play well, obviously Salah missed a penalty, so but he got that wonder goal, so it kind of made up for it. I think Frimpong was probably the only weak link for me tonight. Rio came off the bench. Chiesa came off the bench. They looked pretty lively. I think they should have got more. I don't know why Slot didn't bring them on earlier. They should have definitely got some more minutes. I think it was just, even though it was a good performance from Liverpool, I think it was just overall more of a poor performance from Galatasaray and some strange decisions from Arne Slot as well, which I didn't really necessarily agree with. But I think overall, Liverpool deserve to go through. They'll be playing, I don't know who they'll be playing in the next round. They'll be playing Real Madrid? Will they be playing Real Madrid? No, it'll be PSG. Yeah, it'll be PSG. So they'll be playing PSG. And yeah, good luck to Liverpool. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be lively. I think it'll be end to end. When PSG came to the bridge and obviously packed Chelsea 3-0, they were very lively. Like Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, they've got a lot of danger men, and obviously Dembele can always create moments of magic out of nothing. So I think it'll be a really, really good game. Now let's get on to the Newcastle game. So the Newcastle game, it's a shame actually because I really wanted Newcastle to go through. They started off pretty well. Obviously, Elanga got the brace, but they gave away cheap goals, man. And I think after the penalty went in just after halftime, or just before halftime, sorry, I think they kind of just capitulated and gave up. It was poor as well, and then they made about 2 mistakes. Then they gave away 2 silly goals for Rafinha and Lewandowski. I also think Ramsey should have saved the penalty as well. I think he went the right way, but it's poor. It was to the corner, but it was at a really good height for a keeper to save. He got a hand to it. I think he's got to be doing better than that. But as an Arsenal fan, I can tell you this: Aaron Ramsdale was not good at saving penalties, so I had no faith. If he did save it, it was either Lamine Yamal would have went down the middle and Ramsdale wouldn't have moved, Ramsdale just got really lucky. But he's just not good at shot stopping when it comes to penalties. Obviously, Newcastle go out on 8-2 on aggregate or 7-3 or something like that, or 8-3. Just poor, just really, really poor. I think for me, that's it for Eddie Howe. He's probably gonna have to get moved on soon because I don't think he's good enough to take this Newcastle team to be challenging for the Premier League and be challenging for multiple trophies and be getting to finals and semi-finals going forward. Just don't think he's good enough for that, in my opinion, which is a shame because I think he's a decent coach and he's a decent manager, but I don't think he can get to that. I don't think he can take Newcastle to that next level. Just going to read some of these chats. Big up, Chris. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Watched the Liverpool game from start to finish. Obviously, I know you spoke to you earlier in the DMs. Sadly missed the penalty. I know you wasn't happy with the performance in the first half, but I think the second half performance you really, really turned on. I think overall the performance was good. Obviously, you just didn't have your shooting boots on in the first half. You obviously Szoboszlai got the goal, but Salah missed the penalty, and there was a couple of wayward passes from Verts and a couple of wayward passes from Maka. But I think overall, obviously you were deserving winners, and overall Galatasaray were just pretty poor. They had no outlet. Victor Osimhen obviously came off injured, and he was obviously he's a big outlet for them, and him coming off with that wrist injury, and then the other player that came on for him came off with a wrist injury. It just wasn't Galatasaray's night tonight. It was all Liverpool. Obviously the Kop end was like singing and stuff like that, and it was just, to be honest, when it comes to Liverpool in Europe and they get a couple of goals and the Anfield faithful starts singing, it's pretty much raps, bro. Big up Chris again. We should have did this in the first leg too. Yeah, but it's different, man. Those Turkish atmospheres are very, very difficult to play in. They're quite intimidating, and I think Galatasaray have a pretty good record against English teams at home as well. So Turkish opposition, they may be weaker, but it's not easy to go to Turkey and get a win. I mean, look at Man United. I think they were 3-0 up against Galatasaray or 1-0 up against. I can't remember what the score was, but they scored a couple of goals early on. I think they won 1-0 at home, scored a couple of goals, and then Galatasaray ended up making it 3-3 and ended up knocking them out or something. So it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Big up Chris. Their keeper had a worldie. Yeah, man. He had a worldie of the game. Saved the penalty. Saved some crazy one-on-ones. If I was Chelsea, I'd probably be looking at getting him instead of Robert Sanchez because he stinks, bro. But yeah, he had a worldie game. It's a shame. It's one of those ones where he probably would have been their man of the match, but he let in 4 goals. So it's But then no one else from Galatasaray. Their number 7 was actually pretty tidy. I can't remember his name, but he was actually pretty decent. He was giving him an outlet, but he couldn't really get past Frimpong because Frimpong is so rapid, man. I didn't realize Frimpong was that quick. He's rapid. Yeah, so the Galatasaray number 7, Salai. Yeah, Salai. What's his first name? Roland Salai. Yeah, Roland Salai. He was quality. I'll probably give it if man in the match between the keeper and that number 7. I think he was quality. Big up Chris. When Szoboszlai plays in his actual position, imagine my shock. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he was so good, man. It was a performance that really, really deserved it. I mean, he got the goal, the passing, he's so good. Honestly, I wish Arsenal had a Szoboszlai player in the midfield, man. Eze is quality and stuff like that, but man, I'd love to have a Szoboszlai to to start or come off the bench. He's so good. The long shots, just the constant long shots, man. It's like he deserves to wear the number 8 like Gerrard, man, because the way he can just kind of wind up his shot and just generate so much power. He's such a quality player, man. But big up to you, Chris, man. Big up Black Kokage. Arsenal and Liverpool on the English team showing heart and fight in the knockout phase. The rest got a whipping. Yeah, I mean, look, let's go through some of the results quickly. Spurs lost. Spurs won today, but they lost overall 7-5 on aggregate, which they kind of made it less embarrassing. Losing 7-5 against a well-oiled Atletico Madrid team is not that bad. Newcastle got embarrassed 8-3. Chelsea got embarrassed 8-2. And Man City got embarrassed. They lost, I think, was it 6-1 or something on aggregate? Yeah, they just got destroyed. Or 5-1. Yeah, 5-1 in aggregate. So, yeah, at the end of the day, Arsenal and Liverpool are through. The rest of the English teams have basically embarrassed the country. So, it is what it is. Big up, Blade. How you doing, man? How you doing? Did you watch the highlights? What do you think of the games? What did you think of the results? How you feeling about us taking on Sporting Lisbon in the quarterfinals? I think we'll go through. Obviously, it's Gyökeres' old team, so I think we'll have more than enough to take them on. I think even for the first leg, if we win the first leg, like say 2 or 3-0, it means that when we play at home, we can do some rotation and concentrate more on the Premier League, because we've really got to get this balancing act right, because some of the players are tired. Rice is, even though he looked like he had so much energy yesterday, some of these players are in the red zone, they're on their last leg, so we need to really take care of these players, man. It's really important that we really protect these players. Big up Chris. Kirkes and Gravenberch were on it tonight. Oh yeah, definitely. I think Kirkes had a strong game. I think he had a strong game. He had some good touches. He was getting up and down really well. Gravenberch got the goal. And his technique for the goal was really, really good. He could see, because when those shots come out and it rebounds back to you, it looks really easy to someone who doesn't play football. But if anyone in this chat has ever played football, you know that those are some of the most difficult chances when it comes back at you full speed at an open net. To like readjust your body and keep it low is hard, or keep it accurate is hard. So what he was smart. He hit it into the ground to keep it down so he could get a goal. And yeah, I think he had a good game. I think Liverpool played really well. Big up Chris. No doubt we won't beat Brighton at the weekend. Hokey pokey over again. I think you'll beat Brighton. It's away at the Amex, but I think you'll beat Brighton, man. I think you've got more than enough in the tank to beat Brighton. I can't see how you lose to Brighton. I think Brighton are one of those teams where they can go and beat Man City 5-0, but then they'll lose like 3-0 to Wolves. So hopefully you catch them in a state where they're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Big up to you, bro. Liverpool play PSG. Will Liverpool get their revenge from the last year? Well, this is what I'm saying. I think it'll be an end-to-end game. Obviously, like I said, they're danger men. They've got Kvaratskhelia, they've got Barcola, they've got Desiree Doué, but I think he's injured. I'm not sure. And obviously, they've got Dembele. He can create moments out of magic. Liverpool, great defense. They've got Szoboszlai, they've got Wirtz. It's going to be a great game. I think it will be a very end-to-end. I think it'll be a very attacking game. I can imagine it being end up being something crazy, like 5-5 on aggregate and then going to extra time and then somebody getting a late win. I can honestly see that. But big up to you, AFC. Big up Rich. How you doing, man? Make sure you like and subscribe to Rich. He does Arsenal content, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Big up Darkside. Big up the chat. Much love. Yeah, Rich, what did you think of the game, man? I don't know if you watched the Liverpool game. I just watched the Liverpool game and I watched the Barcelona game, but yeah, man, we're through to the quarterfinals. The quad is on. We got the final on Sunday. I'm going to do like one of those not watch-alongs, but one of those like watch parties. I'm going to Box Park in Shoreditch to go watch the game. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really, really hoping after 90 minutes we'll get to see the captain's armpits, whether it's Odegaard or whoever's going to be the captain of the day, which will most likely be Saka, which it shouldn't be, but it'll probably most likely will be Saka. So I'm really, really hoping that we can lift that trophy, man. Because I think if we lift the Carabao Cup, I think that guarantees us to win the Premier League as well. And if we win the Premier League, we'll probably end up winning the FA Cup as well. So I think this weekend is probably the most important weekend I've had as an Arsenal fan for probably 20 plus years, mate. 20 plus years. Yeah. Outside of that, bro. Big up Chris. Chelsea, City, Newcastle, Spurs were all done by the draw in the first place. Was always going to be tough for all to go through. Yeah, I mean, Newcastle were 1-1. I think they needed to win at home, or they had to win at home. If they didn't win at home, going to the new camp was going to be difficult. But they've done really, really well until the second half, and then I think the penalty before half time just kind of done them in. I think they made a mistake and then they gave up, and it was like after they scored 4, it was like Barcelona were just like, yeah, we're going for this, and they made a mistake and it was like 5, and it was like 6-2, 6-3 on aggregate, and I was just like, it's just they weren't up for it anymore. And with the guy with the braids that came on when he made the mistake, he looked like he was going to cry, man. I felt sorry for them, man. I do like Newcastle. I'm a big fan of Newcastle, but just think they need more investment in the squad, and I think they need a better manager. I think Eddie Howe's taken them as far as they can. At the end of the day, you've got trophy winners in that squad. You've got, they won the League Cup last year, so they've got, was it the year before? No, it was last year. So yeah, you've got trophy winners in the squad, and you just need to build upon it. Some of the players, I think, like Dan Burn, Botman, stuff like that, maybe it's time for an upgrade. I think the midfield's okay. Not sure what's going on with Voldemort, or Voldemort, where I call him, but I think I think he started off well, but I think he's not the answer. I think maybe they need even another striker, maybe even another winger as well. Harvey Barnes was definitely a really good buy. I'd actually love Harvey Barnes at Arsenal. I don't know why we didn't pick him up. He's one of those players where he's just really clutch, and he's actually quite quick as well, and he's really good at finishing. So yeah, I think Newcastle have a good foundation of good structure. But I think they need a new manager, and I think they need to build upon the squad now to take them to that next level where they're challenging for the Premier League, challenging for Champions League, and challenging for multiple honours. Because the squad's not the biggest, and it's not got the most depth in terms of quality, but we'll see anyway. Big up Greener SC, even in Darkside. Big up, yeah, man. How you doing, man? Big up to you, man. Just doing a little Champions League roundup because I didn't do a post-match reaction yesterday because I was busy with like some work and stuff. So I was like, preoccupied with that. I could not have done a live stream because I was away from my computer and myself and all that stuff. So big up to you, bro. Big up Gunnar SC. Spurs' season is over. All they got was a consolation win. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed that they won, actually. I really wanted Atletico Madrid to win because I don't want them to have any kind of momentum at all because they've not lost 2 games now. So yeah, they've drawn against at Anfield and they've won today. So we, ideally would have liked Liverpool to beat them and them to lose today. I just want them to hold as many L's as possible because I do want them to go down. So you never know, that could end up saving their season. But they've got Forest on the weekend, and that's probably the biggest game of this. This is probably the biggest game of their season. So if they lose, they're screwed. If they lose, man, that could potentially relegate them. Even though there is, 7-8 games left, it could potentially relegate them. Big up Rich. Lewandowski even toyed with Ramsdale, faking the shot before. Yeah, man, that was disrespectful. That was so rude. Like, he sat him down. He was like, okay, you've opened up a gap. Let me just put it over there. Lewandowski, man, even at is he like 38, 39, nearly 40 years old? He's still such a quality player. Still such a quality player, man. I wish we had signed him like when he was like real young, before he moved, when he's at Dortmund, man, because we didn't have like a good striker for ages after RVP left, man. I mean, Giroud was decent, but we didn't have like a proper world class striker until, in my opinion, until Aubameyang came, I'd say. Yeah, I think that's about right, I'd say. Super keeper, yeah, that Turkish keeper, he had a worldie tonight, man. What was his name again? He had a really, really good game. But like I said, letting 4 goals, not really his fault. His team didn't help him. Liverpool were on it today, and they just got the free. They just got through and scored 4 goals. I mean, it could have easily been 10-0. And the fact that it was only 4-0 kind of like, spared their blushes. So yeah. I mean, obviously Galatasaray, I don't expect them to really get past like the quarterfinals anyway, really. So the fact that they got even qualified for round of 16 and got this far is testament to them anyway. But they still got decent players and stuff like that. I mean, they got aging players like Gundogan, Sane, and stuff like that. Mario Icardi, but they got Victor Osimhen. I think maybe they should build upon him. But I don't know. I don't really watch Turkey. I don't watch Turkish football, so I don't know enough about Galatasaray to know about their financial status and stuff like that, and how they're going to attract these players because apparently like their tax system is quite good, so that's why. It's actually quite appealing for a lot of big players to go there. And they pay big wages apparently, because obviously I know like Drogba went there as well, like near the end of his career, so I think they do pay big wages. Big up AFC. Noni scored a bang in the Champions League, then got dropped. I hope Ayer doesn't do that for Eze. No, I mean, the thing is, because Odegaard's injured, he can't really drop Eze. I mean, he could drop him for Havertz, but I don't really think that makes any sense. Like, Eze's got, I don't know if you know this, but Crystal Palace fans talk about, what's it called? They talk about springtime Eze. Springtime Eze is basically the last 3 months of the season, Eze like just gets red hot and he's just on form. And that volley, and in my opinion, the performance against Everton is a testament to that notion, because I think other than Max Dowman, Eze was my man in the match against Everton, because he was driving, he was defending, he was progressing the ball, he was shooting from distance, he was doing everything I want for my number 10. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I'm part of the Eze Defense League, as you know, man. Part of the Eze Defense League. I love Eze, man. I love Eze. So yeah, there will be no not that it said you were slandering, but there will never be any Eze slander on this channel, please. But yeah, big up to you, AFC, man. Big up Jack. Eze and Salah with the best goals in the Champions League so far. Yeah, definitely. I think Eze's one is way better than Salah's though, man. That Eze one was crazy. Controlled it with his left, touched it got the touch so good, so they set up for his right and whacks it. It's in the top corner before the keeper even dives, bro. I've watched that goal about 60 million times on Instagram. Like, that goal was beautiful. That goal was beautiful, man. The goal was unreal. Goal was unreal. Big up to you, Jack, again. I want Arda Güler over the summer for our midfield. You know what? Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Arda. The problem is, I think he'll cost so much money. I think they're quoting like 70 million. And in terms of like the books and stuff like that, I'm not sure we'll have enough unless we can get him with like a loan with an obligation to put it on loan with an obligation to buy, and then we can put it on next season's books or something like that. And obviously this summer we need to sell a lot of players. And, in terms of player sales, I'd be looking at getting rid of Martinelli. I'd be looking to get rid of Trossard. I'd be looking to get rid of Calafiori. I'd be looking to get rid of Havertz. I'd be looking to get rid of Odegaard. I'd be looking to get rid of Jesus. I'd be looking to get rid of Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira. We already sold Zinchenko already. So yeah, I'd be looking to get rid of basically 9 players really, and bring in about 5, because I'd rather have about 4 or 5 quality players that can actually start and go on the bench as quality rotation than just have these. Oh, but Arsenal have got the best squad in the league. They've got depth, but some of these players are bums. Like Jesus is a bum, fam. Like Martinelli is a bum. Trossard, as much as I love Trossard, he's become a bum. Like, when you think about left wing wingers, yeah, that are title winning wingers, does Martinelli come to your mind? No. Trossard? No. Could you compare Trossard to Pires, Overmars? I know he's not a winger, but like Wiltord, like players that are the 12th man, or starting players for like the Invincible side, 98 side, 02 side, that could actually, when you compare these players to like the players that we have now in the front line, it's not even a comparison. I think I was saying on Shane Gooner's stream yesterday that if we had a prime Sylvain Wiltord, he'd probably be our best attacker. Like, I was on YouTube about 3 or 4 days ago, and I watched the entire 02 season from like back to front. It was about the video was about 2 hours long. It was so good. And man, Wiltord was so clutch, man. Whether it was FA Cup or Premier League, Wiltord. I'm a bit of a Wiltord merchant. Wiltord's one of my favorite players, man. I don't even know why. It's just he's just so clutch, man. I love those players that they're underrated, but they're so clutch. I'll tear out, bro. You love saying this when you're like staunchly Arteta in. You're so silly, bro. Big up, Chris. Szoboszlai's goal was better than Salah's, in my opinion. Do you think so? Do you really think so? I mean, I think in terms of technique, it was way harder. But I think in terms of like aesthetics, I think the Salah's was better. But I get what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree or agree with you. You know what? Actually, I hear that because it was Szoboszlai's weak foot, and for it to come across you when you've adjusted for your right foot and then have to quickly adjust for your left foot. Yeah, do you know what? I'll concede. I'll let that one slide. Big up, Rich. Szoboszlai has to be up there with one of the best players in Europe and the Premier League. His accuracy is crazy. Yeah, bro. And he just makes it look so easy. When he winds up for shots, it's like, it's crazy because he he just, I can't even explain it. It just comes to me. It's like breathing for him. It just comes with the greatest of ease. Like the second long shot where the keeper saves it and he palms out for the corner. Even though it wasn't like super in the corner, it's just the power he can generate with just such a light swing. He's such a good striker of the ball. I think Zidane once said this about Beckham. He was like, Beckham, he's the greatest kicker of the ball in the world. I think right now, in terms of sports striking, Szoboszlai is the best kicker of the ball in the world. Big up to you, Rich. And make sure you subscribe to Rich's channel. If there's any mods in here, could you get his link in the chat as well, please? Thank you. Big up, Chris. Chelsea and City should have at least made it a close game. I agree on that. The other two expect to get battered. Yeah, the thing is, man, Chelsea are a bit inconsistent. And didn't Reece James get injured before the game started as well? He's got a hamstring injury, so he's going to miss some of the World Cup or all of the World Cup. So yeah, I think Chelsea's squad is generally overrated. Like, I think João Pedro is good. I think Enzo Fernandez is having a good season, but I don't rate. I'm going to say this right now. I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. I think he's having a good season. I think he's putting up some good numbers and he's having some good performances. But overall, I just don't rate him. Caicedo. I mean, the fact that the Rice Caicedo debate was even a thing, it's not a thing. Rice is clear, bruv. It's as simple as that. Rice is so clear. But Caicedo is a quality player. Caicedo is probably their best player. I mean, I'm not falling for the propaganda that Cole Palmer is their best player, because I don't think he is. For me, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're always injured, you're never available, you're not a good player. Because part of being world class is also being available. How often were Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi injured? Not rarely injured. Rarely injured, You could have the ability of Ronaldo and Messi, but if you only play 10 games a season, you're not world class, bro. You're not a good player because you're never there. You know what I'm saying? Big up Roy. Liverpool versus PSG on one of their. Well, who do you think is going to win? Because I think it could go both ways. It's the Champions League. Liverpool have heritage. PSG have only won the Champions League once. You could argue PSG have better players, but there's players in the Liverpool squad that have been there and done that as well. So for me, I think it could go either way, and I think it will be a basketball match, man. I want to see open, entertaining football. Big up, Chris. I was proven wrong on Szoboszlai this season. Last 2 seasons, never rated him. Really? That's harsh, man. I always thought Szoboszlai was a good player, and I definitely think he's improved. And sometimes you've got to give these players time to adjust to the Premier League because it's so physical. But yeah, Szoboszlai, by far your best player, and it's not even close. Like, clear as he's head and shoulders above everyone else, and the free kicks just bail you out as well. Like when you're not playing well and you get a free kick, anytime this guy steps up and it's in a good position, I think, boy, this is hitting the back. This is hitting bins, man. It's hitting bins. Big up Terrell. Big up, mate. How you doing, man? How you doing? So you're streaming the other day, actually. I need to message you on Instagram because there's something I actually want to ask you, but I'll talk to you about it in the DMs anyway. But big up to you, bro. Big up AFC. When we beat Sporting, I want revenge on Barcelona. Yeah, so do I, man. So do I. But you never know. They might lose to Atleti. Atleti are strong, man. Atleti are strong. They got a good defense. The defense, bearing in mind, the defense isn't as good as it used to be. They don't have like Godin, Koke's like on his last legs now. But even still, and Oblak's not as good as he used to be as well. But even still, actually, do they even still have Oblak? Actually, do they still have Oblak? I swear they do. Let me just check because I'm 100% sure if they still got Oblak. No, they don't. Oh, shame. I didn't even know they didn't have Oblak anymore, man. That's crazy. But yeah, they could beat Atletico Madrid's defense isn't as good as it used to be, but their attack is probably better now. But either or, I would like to have revenge on Barcelona. It would be nice, and it wouldn't just be nice to beat them. It would be nice to like give them a nice 6-2 on aggregate, like to embarrass them or something like that, like a really nice spanking, man. Because man, honestly, I was in year 7 when we lost the Champions League final to Barcelona, man. I remember just crying. I remember watching on ITV1 and just crying, man. Like thinking, oh, man, when are we ever going to win the Champions League, man? That was our best opportunity and we blew it, man. Man, I'll never forgive Almunia, man. That flipping prick, man. Anyway, I don't even want to. Every time I think about that Champions League final, my head gets hot, man. So yeah, next question. Big up AFC anyway. Big up Yids. If City win on Sunday, I think you boys might shit the bed, but you think you will beat City. Yeah, I think we beat City on Sunday, man. I think we beat City on Sunday. They've just been dumped up the Champions League. They drew to West Ham, and when I was looking at their faces, when I saw Doku's face, when I saw Foden's face, and when I saw Haaland's face, I was like, yeah, we may have them now, because even Foden saying Martin Odegaard are the best, for fuck's sakes, every time. I think the City team are rattled, and Pep doesn't know what his best 11 is. He's chopping and changing all the time. He's doing all these crazy like Dr. Eggman experiments. So I think we got them, man. I'm going to say this right now. Sunday, Eze masterclass, mate. He's going to get a brace. Eze masterclass. I'm telling you right now, it's going to work out. It's going to work out on Sunday. I'll tell you that for free, mate. I'll tell you that for free. Big up to you, Yids. Big up Jack. Rice is drained. We need to balance his minutes. I'm glad Eze is hitting form for us right now. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people are not talking about Eze hitting form, but also Gyökeres yesterday, despite him not getting a goal or assist, I think Gyökeres was awesome yesterday, man. Like the flicks, the layoffs, the hold-up play, the channel running. Like Gyökeres had a really, really good game yesterday. And we need Gyökeres to hit form, which I think he is hitting form now. Eze's hit form. One thing I did see that Arteta did, which he should have really done it earlier, Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield, he had a few touches and he looked really, really, clean. Obviously, I can't look too much into it. Leverkusen pretty much given up. There's 5 minutes left. They were never going to get back into the game. But even still, the few touches that Miles Lewis-Skelly did have, he looked really, really good. We need to see more of Norgard as well, because if Rice gets injured before, let's say, the City game, that could completely derail our season. But luckily, we've got the rest of the week off until Sunday. So, it's be hopefully some light training and we can have a full strength team on Sunday. Actually, just out of curiosity, Jack, who would be your starting 11 for the game? Because for me, I'd go, a lot of people debating online about David Raya or Kepa. I don't care about keeper loyalty. David Raya in goal for me. Right back, Ben White. Centre back, Gabriel and Saliba. Left back, Hincapié. In the 6, I would go with Rice, and then I'd go Eze next to Rice, and I'd probably I'd go Eze in the 10, Rice in the 6, and then probably have Zubimendi in the 8 instead of Rice in the 8. I'd prefer all them interchanging. And then up front, I'd probably go on the right and start Madueke, and up Gyökeres through the middle. And then on the left, I don't really care, because Martinelli and Trossard are probably both buns. But to control the game and kind of feel like Man City, I'll probably start with Trossard because his ball retention is better and he's obviously got a better game IQ. So I'll probably start Trossard actually, and then bring on Martinelli if it goes to extra time for legs and pace and stuff like that, and transition in behind. So yeah, just let me know what your starting 11 would be, man, because that's my starting 11. Big up Chris. Gravenberch goal was hard finish, did well to keep it down. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, to adjust your body like that is really, really hard. Like those opportunities where the ball comes flying back out to you. To an open goal. A lot of people think those chances are easy. They're actually really not easy. They're difficult chances to do. They're very difficult chances. But big up to you, Chris, again. I'm not completely ruling us out versus PSG, but PSG can play second team in their league. We can't. Yeah, that's the thing. PSG always have a big advantage in the Champions League because they usually wrap their league up early, and obviously they've got there's less teams in the French league, so they can wrap their team. I think they'll probably be like 5-6 points clear or 9 points clear. They can play their B team in the league and they'll still win. Like if they're playing like Nantes at home, they'll win. Even if they're playing Barcola, their second team, they get a couple of kids off the bench. They always have a big advantage. Plus, I swear the French league let them postpone matches for the Champions League and stuff. It's nuts, man. But apparently they've been doing that for ages, so it's nothing new anyway. Big up AFC, Darkside, do a vlog for the Carabao Cup final. Yeah, so I'm actually probably going to do that. Actually, I'm going to probably do a vlog, like me going to the train station, watching the game. So yes, stick around for that because I will be doing a vlog for that actually. But big up to you. Big up Gunnar C. Are you Spanish, by the way, Darkside? No, I'm not Spanish. I speak a little bit Spanish, but I'm not Spanish though. I'm actually surprised you asked me that. That's quite funny actually. Probably because I do swear in Spanish sometimes, but it's just like it's just a little habit I have actually, because I think the swear words in Spanish are just way better than the English ones. English ones are good, but like swearing in Spanish it just hits different. You know what I'm saying? But big up to you, bro. Shout out Darkside and AFC in the chat. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's well in the chat, man. Let's get the likes up, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you hit the like button so get the content out there. Road to 3,000 people. We need to get 3,000 subs by the end of the year. Big up AFC. Big up Joe. Big up Jack. I don't mind Saka as captain. Low-key, Saka carried the club for years, and it's the reason we picked up some elite players that have us on top now. Hey, fair enough, man. For me, personally, I just don't think he's captain material. I think I'd rather Rice or Gabriel be the captain. I just think it makes more sense. I don't really see the point of him being captain because there's nothing about Saka, to me personally, that screams captain. But fair enough. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I'm not completely against it, but I just think I'd rather just see Rice as the captain, man. I just think he just oozes everything about being an Arsenal captain, especially when I think about some of the like proper like English gritty captains we've had. You know, I think about Tony Adams, and I just feel, man, just that English grit that I just want, man. You know, big up Stag, man. How you doing, mate? Darkside, unfortunately, I can't stay, but I'll watch this tomorrow. Enjoy your night. Yeah, man. No worries, man. Good night, bro. See you later. Get the likes up, people. Make sure you subscribe. Big up Jack. March to May, Eze. That's what I'm saying. Springtime Eze is a thing, man. I really need Eze to have a big game in that final. I really, really, really want that League Cup final. Listen, guys, I'm 32 years old. The last time we won the League Cup was 33 years ago. I wasn't even born. I've never seen us lift the League Cup. It's disgusting. I've seen us lose 3 finals, I think. 3 finals. The Chelsea one, where Walcott scored his first goal for Arsenal. Then there was the Birmingham one, which is, for me, the 2011 one it gives me so, like, it's painful. And then you've got the and then you obviously had the one against Man City where Aubameyang missed the penalty. And my dad's a Man City fan, by the way, so yeah, the less said, the better. Big up Shika. Eze hits the goals like the drunken kung fu master. Yeah, man, you know. That's a beautiful reference, by the way. A part of the EDL as well. Yeah, part of the EDL, mate. Eze Defense League. You know what I'm saying. Big up to you, Joey, man. Big up to you. Big up Jack. Get rid of Zubimendi. You're not a Zubimendi fan? That's interesting. Why do you want to get rid of Zubimendi? I think Zubimendi has been okay. I definitely think he needs to improve, but I think he had a really, really good game in the Champions League yesterday. I think the whole midfield was the whole team was great, bar Saka, I think, yesterday. Trossard loves Weatherspoons more than football side. Yeah, Curtis Shaw says it all the time, man. Stella or Trossard, man. Sometimes he looks drunk on the pitch, and it's just we don't need them Stella or Trossard performances, man. Big up Shika. No way Zubi is still an asset. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't like Zubimendi. I'm really surprised about that, actually. Zubi is in his first season. He's just doing fine, in my opinion. Yeah, he's made a couple of mistakes. Like he gave away the foul for Liverpool to Szoboszlai to score. He gave away the ball to Richarlison to score in the Spurs game, and he gave away the pass to, I believe it was Bruno Fernandes for Brian Bremo to score. He's made a couple of really big errors that have led to big goals against us, but I think overall it's been pretty tidy. The one thing I don't like about Zubimendi is his progressive passing from deep is shocking. It's shocking, man. He needs to adapt that 22-23 Thomas Partey progressive football, man, because his progressive passing is awful. Big up Jack. The Mansfield game exposed a lot of bums in our squad. Trossard, Calafiori, Martinelli. I mean, I don't think that Mansfield game exposed them. I think they would already been exposed because I don't. All the 3 people you mentioned, all the 3 players you mentioned, I don't rate Calafiori. I think his defending is awful. Martinelli is got to be one of the most low IQ players I've ever seen play for my club. And Trossard is a purple patch merchant who should have been moved on, in my opinion, 2 years ago or a year ago or this summer. He should have been moved on, to be honest. He should have been replaced. But big up to you. Big up joking. Will Tord has scored important goals. Yeah, man. Will Tord was like the probably the closest thing we have to a Will Tord in our squad right now is probably like 22-23 Trossard, man. That Trossard was probably like the closest thing we had to a Will Tord. And that's me being very, very, very generous, by the way. But big up to you. Big up Jack. He's not consistent enough for me. Fair enough. I can't. That's your opinion. I don't disagree with that and don't necessarily disagree with that either. But I think Zubimendi, it's his first season, so I'll give him a slider. I don't think he's been bad. I think you could. A lot of people even put him up for play of the, signing of the Premier League. So definitely think he needs to work on his mistakes and his progressive passing. But I think it's been pretty solid. Karsida spotted outside Rice's mansion messing with the brakes on the Bentley. I hope not, man. I need to wrap Rice in cotton wool, mate. Big up Joe again. Enzo. Enzo is disgusting, racist. We'll be glad to see him leave the Premier League. Maybe Benfica will be his next move. I mean, yeah, there's literally nothing likable about Enzo Fernandez, man. I just don't like him as a person. I mean, like you said, he's just despicable human being. And I just don't rate him as a footballer. I think he's overrated. I think he's had a good season, but I think overall he's just pretty overrated. He's probably say he's an above average player. I mean, you've got to think about it. This is a player that costs like 127 million euros. And I can't think of like a stretch of games where I've gone, wow, like couldn't think of one. I don't watch Chelsea that much, but when I do watch Chelsea, standout players for me are usually Caicedo, usually Cucurella, even Milo Gusto, João Pedro, and Pedro Neto for me. I mean, I think he's underrated in my opinion. I love Pedro Neto, man. Should have come to Arsenal, to be honest. Big up Jack. Liverpool have momentum after this game. I won't rule them out against PSG. Yeah, me neither. I think they could easily beat PSG. I don't think it's as simple as, oh, PSG won the Champions League last year. Liverpool are having a bad season, so they're going to get spanked. I don't subscribe to that. In cup competition football, anything can happen. And let's be honest, Liverpool have heritage. They've got 6 Champions Leagues, man. Put some respect on the name. And that Anfield, the crowd at Anfield in Europe is serious, man. Like that, you never walk alone stuff is not a joke. I remember watching the semi-final against Barcelona with corner taken quickly Origi. Bro, like I'm not even a Liverpool fan, and that gives me chills. Like they have made historical moments in Europe, like the miracle of Istanbul. Like I will never, because of those two things that I have actually seen. I've seen them. Like I've not just watched them on YouTube. I saw the games. So I would never rule out Liverpool in the Champions League ever. If you said it was FA Cup or Premier League, I would have been like, but Champions League? No. No. Big up Jack. Wembley is our home turf. Let's go, Gunners. Yeah, I mean, Arteta is undefeated at Wembley, I think. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated. So, yeah. I mean, I think one of the records is going to be broken. Pep's never lost a final at Wembley, and Arteta has never lost it. I can't remember what the two records are, but one of them is going to get broken on Sunday. And I hope it's not Arteta's one, man, because I need that League Cup, man. I need silverware. I need to see my captain's armpits, man, for crying out loud. Big up, Joe. Can't lie, I don't think we beat City myself. I'm not watching the final. My heart and blood pressure. Bro, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I do not blame you because I don't blame you. I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. You should watch the game, though. You should watch the game. But I understand if you don't want to watch it because the blood pressure do bring blood pressure when it comes to this team, man. Big up, Chico. I'm an Arsenal fan for 54 years. Really? For some reason, I thought you were really young. I thought you were like 24 or something. So 54 years, that's nuts. But City are taking it on Sunday. Mark my fingers. We give too much respect to City as players. I really hope not, man. Losing that cup final would be absolutely devastating for me. And I think it would be quite devastating for the squad as well. Our first final since we won the FA Cup under this manager, just to lose it to Pep would be disgusting. I don't want Pep to lift a single trophy this season. That bald fraud needs to be empty-handed again. But big up to you, Shaq. 54 years, man. Man, shout out to you, man. You've been in the trenches. You've seen everything. You've seen the glory. You've seen the trenches, man. So shout out to you, man. Big up, Chris. I think 1-1 for the cup final, but you win on pens. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long, mate. I'll take that all day long. Big up to you, Chris. Big up Green FC. Schoolboy on the bench. He can sit his exams in the summer during the World Cup. Yeah, man. Damn. Wow. The child of prophecy. The 16-year-old Super Saiyan. The Chelmsford Messi, man. That child is just special, man. That child is special. That child is so special, man. Like, but I do want to protect him, though. I don't want him to... Because, we sent Walcott to the World Cup at 16, and I always feel like always kind of like held Walcott back a little bit. I think it damaged a bit of his potential. We're sending him to the World Cup so early, but hey, what do I know anyway? Big up Joe. Arteta better not include or start Runaway the guard. I don't think he's fit, mate. I don't even think he'll be on the bench. And if he is on the bench, he definitely won't start him at Eze. I think this is the one time I feel like Eze will definitely. I think this is the one time where I know that Eze is going to start in the 10 for the rest of the season in all games in the Premier League and probably most games in the Champions League. and probably most games in the FA Cup. But I think every game that's really important. I think Eze will start in the 10. I definitely believe that. Big up to you, Gunnar C. Newcastle are scary. Do you know that we still have to play them straight after City away? Yeah, we've got Newcastle at home. I'm not worried about Newcastle. I'm hoping by the time we play them, they're kind of like guaranteed to finish 4th or 5th, so they're not really trying that much. Because I don't want to play Newcastle that are like battling for Champions League. I can't be asked for that. Because we would have to play City that are battling for the title, a West Ham that are battling relegation, and I think that's it. So I don't want to add another team to that. We're playing for this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that we don't. That we can just beat them and just sweep them to the side. I did my predicted scores for the rest of the Premier League fixtures, and I think we ended up winning by the league by 6 points. And I only predict us to drop points twice. And to be fair, I did predict that we drop points against Newcastle, it would be a 2-2 draw, and that we'd draw against Man City as well, but we'd win the rest of our games. So if my prediction is right and we drop points against Newcastle and City, even if City win the rest of their games, we still win anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Big up Jack. Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Hincapié, Eze, Rice, Havertz, Madueke, Gyökeres, Trossard. So similar team to mine, actually. Very similar team to mine. I think the only difference is that I went with Zubimendi instead of Havertz. So yeah, pretty much the same team. So fair enough, man. Fair enough. Rice is definitely captain material. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Rice was made to be captain, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he captained West Ham to their first European trophy. I mean, Rice is, for me, he's just getting better and better, man. He's getting better and better. He's so good. Big up, Chris. Last night was one of your best performances of the season. Imagine if you could play like that for the whole season. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. I personally think that if we win the title this season, Arteta is going to revert back to the 22-23 style. And a lot of people call me crazy for saying this, but I genuinely believe that. I genuinely he'll revert back to attacking football. Or maybe not even so much that full attacking football, but the style we played in 23-24, where we still played attacking football, but we played like more of a conservative attacking football style. Big up, Chris. I'm still not forgiving Salah. Still pissed with him with missing that pen on purpose. I don't think he missed it on purpose, bro. I think he just went for a Panenka and got the technique wrong. I don't think he missed it on purpose, mate. Big up Joe King. Rice's efforts makes him elite. Yeah, exactly. He's such an elite player, and his engine and his stamina are crazy as well. He's a monster. He's an absolute monster. Yeah, 100% Jack. Joe King. I love the way Rice smiles when the team scores. The smiles break opposition's hearts. Yeah, man. Rice has become one of my favorite players, man. I'd probably say right now, if you were to ask me what my top 3 favorite players at Arsenal are, obviously I got the Eze 10 on, so that one's obvious. And I'd probably say Rice, and I'd probably say Gyökeres, man. I'm a Gyökeres merchant. I'm Gyökeres's lawyer, mate. I'm Gyökeres's attorney, man. Because I'm sorry, I just really love Gyökeres, man. Somebody asked me the other day, should we have got a Sesko? And I said potentially, but at the end of the day, we've got Gyökeres now, and I think Gyökeres will come good next season. I think he'll get even better. And if Arteta starts to play more attacking football after we win the league, then you're going to see the best of Gyökeres. Big up, Chris. Frimpong is a right wing back. He's not right back or right winger. He played right wing back for Leverkusen. Yeah, I don't think he's a right. I just think he's quite wasteful with his distribution. He's quite erratic as well. He needs to learn a bit of composure in the final third. Big up Joe, absolutely Shiki Jenkins. Yeah, Rice really cares about winning the squad, and just you can just see it, man, in his effort and how angry he gets when we lose or when we drop points. He's like when he was at when we drew against Nottingham Forest, and he just went every effing time, man. Like you can just tell he just wants to win the title so badly. Our midfield 3 should be Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz. McAllister and Wirtz doesn't work. It doesn't. It doesn't, and that's why he put him on the Wirtz on the wing so we could get him into the squad. But I just don't think it works. He should have just played Rio instead, because Rio offers the most of the left. Gakpo for me off the left has declined so hard. I think Gakpo is become he's declined hard, man. I'd be looking at getting like a replacement for Gakpo, because I don't rate him at all. Don't rate him at all as harsh, but I don't rate him as much as I used to. Big up, Chris. Our performance was so good. Then Slots brings on his hookup, Gakpo, who did nothing again. This is what I'm saying. It's because he's Dutch, innit? Managers will always favour players that are from the same country as them. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, man. Big up Joe. Liverpool have European aura. Exactly. They've got heritage, man. They've got heritage. Big up Jack. Salah scored his 15th Champions League goal today. Yeah, man. I mean, Salah's a legend of the game, man. You got to respect Salah. The goal was crazy as well. He missed the penalty, but made up for it with an absolute world class finish into the top bins, man. And you can't even say that the keeper wasn't that great because he plays for Galatasaray. He was having an absolute worldie that day. But yeah, Salah, Premier League legend, in my opinion. One of the greatest to do it, in my opinion. Big up Gunnar SC. Yeah, just hand City the cup now. Don't bother showing up. You guys really think we're not going to beat City? That we've got no chance? I think we've got a really good chance of beating City. I think if we get a corner early on and score, I think that's it. I don't think City are going to score against us. I just can't see it. I just think our defense is that good that we will. I think we will turn up for that final. Listen, I could end up having egg on my face Monday morning, and we could lose like 3-0. But you know, I'm hoping. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. We might as well just forfeit the final. Damn. Fair enough, Gunnar SC, man. I think that's a bit defeatist. I mean, what do you have? You've got nothing to lose. You might as well roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said that, Gunnar. Calm down. Exactly. Like, I think you're being a bit dramatic, but I'll let it go. I mean, I know how you feel, but we might as well fight, man. We might as well fight. We need to neutralize Haaland and Semenyo. I mean, Haaland's out of form. I think Semenyo is a bigger threat than Haaland, in my opinion, just in terms of form, and probably in terms of moments of magic. I think Semenyo is definitely the bigger threat, in my opinion. You've seen some highs and lows. Yeah, definitely. 54 years in this. That's wow. That makes you think. How old are you? You must be in your 60s now. No, like mid to late 60s. I'm assuming. If you started going to Arsenal when you were like 10, damn. Big up Gunnar SC. For me, we are guaranteed at least 2 losses from our remaining 7 games, and we ain't winning all 5 of the other games either. Bro, I don't think we're going to lose any of the games. I don't think we're going to lose any of those games. I think we're going to draw games. I don't think we're going to lose anything. And the thing is, City will drop points as well. I think I predicted that we'd beat Brighton and that City would drop points to West Ham. I was correct. This is not the Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Mahrez. Like, it just ain't that City, man. It ain't that City. Like, without Kevin De Bruyne, there is no one to just do a madness and get some stupid assists and some stupid last-minute long ranger. They just don't have that anymore. You got to. I think. Look, I get why you're nervous and I get why you have PTSD. I get it, but have some faith, man. Have some faith. Big up Twofold. How do you Man City players and fans are feeling for the final? Something they're going to smash us. I think we're going to win. I think it'll be a tight game, but I'm going to go 2-1, man. I'm going to go Eze brace, and I think Haaland will get a goal later on. We'll shut up shop, and then we'll win, and we'll lift the trophy. That's what I think. Man. Big up Joe King. We will see Gunnar SC. We will see. We'll see Gunnar SC, man. We'll see. Big up Jack. I like the way Rice seems to be taking Diamond under his wing. If Diamond adopts his work ethic, he'll be a pro. Oh, man. I like that as well. I like that Rice is kind of taking him under his wing as well, because you always want someone to, he's 16. Like, he's a child, man. Like, he can't even drive. He can't even, like, it's crazy. His mum was like taking him home, and it's just so funny. This is the first time I've kind of seen a player sign someone's autograph in a car, but then like their mum was driving. It's just so funny. And his mum was like, you need to hurry up because he's got school in the morning. It's just so funny, man, that someone is that good, but they're still like literally in year 11. It's nuts. It's literally in year 11. That's insane. I mean, he probably brought his man the match award to school to like show off to people, because I know I would have. Big up Jack again. I love when Rice smiles at Op fans. Rice is probably the most professional and consistent player in our team. Yeah, like when he takes corners and they boo him, or they call him a wanker or something, and then he just turns around and just goes. I love that. Rice is just such a likable. Rice is so likable, man. Big up Joe King. Guna was being smart ass because me and somebody else said we did not think we will win. Listen, man, have some faith, man. Have some faith. City are not invincible, bro. City are not invincible. They are not invincible. City are beatable. City are very beatable, man. If West Ham can get a draw against them when they play their full squad, Reinders, Shirky, Haaland, Doku, Bernardo Silva, Kushyanov, Ruben Diaz, Gardeval, whatever. Like, they played their best players and they still got a draw. Like, we can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them, man. We can literally beat them. I'm sorry, man, but we can beat them. I'm not being a top gooner, but we can beat them, man. Did you see how he laughed at Chelsea fans after taking the corner, which he scored? He was like, "Yeah, you dickheads, lol." Yeah, exactly. Those Chelsea fans got told nicely, mate. Love Rice, man. The final, yeah, man. Listen. Let me just say this, yeah, people. We can win that final. There's nothing for me. If we play like we did yesterday, we can win. And even if we play a little bit more conservatively, we can still win. Yeah. We have a great chance of lifting the first trophy this season. And I think I get why you guys are being apprehensive, but I also think, man, like, have some faith. Like, we can actually win. Like, it can easily go our way. If we just, if a couple of things happen, a couple of things go our way, we can win. And I think they will. And I'm telling you right now, Eze brace, man. Eze's gonna get a brace. I heard after the Everton game, Dalman's mum made him tidy his room and take the bins. Yeah, do it. He needed to do his homework as well, man. Frig's sakes, man. Big up to you, Joe, anyway. Big up, Jack. We will win 3-1. Yokeres, Esme, Bantamweke. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on, mate. That's what I'm talking about. 3-1 to the Gunners, man. 3-1 to the Gunners. Yup, I did. Love Rice. Yeah. All right, people. I think I'm gonna wrap things up there. Gonna redirect to DJB. I'm going to end the stream now, but make sure you like, subscribe. I will be doing a matchday vlog for I'll be doing a preview on Friday, and I'll be doing a matchday vlog on Sunday. And I'll probably do a couple of casual football. And I'll be doing a show on Friday as well. And I'll be on Shane Gooner's Bruce Banana tomorrow. So got a couple of things coming up, but I'll see you guys very much soon. I'm going to read this last couple of things before I get out here anyway. I'm planning to do a Liverpool watch along on Saturday on my channels, so you can hear me rant. I'll tune into that, bro. I might be busy on Saturday. I've got to go to my cousin's party, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch anything, but I'll see if I can catch the replay anyway. Big up Shika Darkside today. You have been very positive, and I like that. Sending channel link to 200 Gooners tonight. Thank you very much, man. Listen, I just believe we're going to win. I just really believe we're going to win. It's not coming from delusion. It's not coming from wanting to be a happy clapper. I just generally believe we're going to win. I saw things in that performance yesterday that I've not seen all season. Even when we beat Aston Villa 4-1, I just saw something like the cohesiveness, the fluidity, the expressiveness, the expansive play, but also the conservativeness, the quality defending, the communication. I just saw everything. I didn't see any weaknesses yesterday. The only weakness I saw was Saka, but even Saka looked better. And I've said before, Saka may or may not be finished, but I saw a better Saka yesterday. So honestly, I was very happy with the performance, and I just think we can win. But I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, guys. Peace out.